don't think so, but we can, I guess. That was hot.
Cold now.
Oh,
Oh my god, you're like...
yeah, I'm sweating like crazy.
I think it was like
I think you'd be
80, 85 degrees.
Then they lower their heart rate to like... First time. I liked it.
Is it a 10 out of 10 experience?
Maybe not 10 out of 10.
You'll notice very quickly if it doesn't take.
If it doesn't
work.
Oh wow! Yeah, looks just like. Yeah.
Good morning, guys. I am waiting for my Uber. I'm gonna meet Alex in a cafe. I actually went to it with Jai in my last video and someone asked about it, and it's called Our Local, but I'm actually gonna respond. That's a good reminder. I'm gonna respond today because there were a couple of spots that she asked about, but that one cafe that you're gonna see in a second, it's called Our Local, and it's really nice. It's super green and really good matcha, good breakfast. Just feels like a really creative and inspiring space. Honestly, where I am right now in the mornings, it's really hard to get an Uber because I don't know, they're just not around here. I kind of wish I could, I mean, I can drive a car, I have my driver's license. I just don't really enjoy driving a car, and because of that I haven't been driving a car for the past 1.5 years, and it almost feels like this. I just would need to get over myself and get over this anxiety of driving a car. I'm gonna drive a car here. Jai has one that he rented for this month, and it's actually automatic. I know how to drive. I learned how to drive manual, but it always gives me so much anxiety of like stalling the car. So I feel like if I would drive that car and it's automatic, I would feel a lot better, and it's also like a smaller car. Parking is a lot more chill. Totally different random side note. I actually just quickly wanted to jump on here and tell you about a theory that I heard about the other day, and it's called the this or nothing theory. The reason it came to my mind this morning is because yesterday I had a really low day and I was just in a rut, and I was watching a Netflix series for like 3 hours in the afternoon, and after I went to a yoga kind of women's workshop, which made me feel so much better. And before that I was really like, I felt so much anxiety and stress and I didn't feel good, and I just didn't do the things that I really needed to do. So the this or nothing theory is for moments like that where you have things that you should do or you need to do, but you don't really feel like doing them. So let's say I would have to do my taxes, something that I really don't enjoy, and I really have to do it, but I'm procrastinating it. So then I sit myself down and I'm like, okay, it's this or nothing. So I either sit down, do my taxes, or I sit down and do nothing. No distraction, nothing else. I'm just sitting there and I'm doing nothing until you get so bored that doing taxes sounds exciting because you're so bored. And I feel like you can apply that to obviously less extreme versions of being bored, because I don't know how many people actually do enjoy doing their taxes. There are people, and I love that people find joy in numbers, doing taxes and all of that, but I don't really enjoy it. So for everything that you feel like you're procrastinating, but you really need to do it and you really need to show up for yourself, try it and let me know how it goes. I'm also going to try it this week. I'll keep you up to date if it helps. But it's literally just allow yourself to be bored, Allow yourself to just sit there and be so bored that anything, literally anything, sounds exciting and interesting again. And I feel like the more you do it, the more you get into that habit of just sitting down and just doing the thing, because your brain subconsciously starts to know, okay, if I don't do that, I'm gonna be bored for a long time, and I don't want to be bored. I really have to go now, but I will talk to you guys very soon. Hi are you? You're happy? That's good. I'm happy too. It's a good morning. I love that half of my YouTube is literally you eating food.
Rating food.
Okay, wait, you have to rate this too.
The first bite, 8.
That's good. Why is your heart so much more beautiful?
You know,
No, my heart is beautiful
heart.
too.
mine is just full of life.
Yeah, it's okay. You're beautiful.
Crazy.
Go for it.
What's the routine? I'm kind of jealous that you have a routine because I don't.
Today I kind of felt like I needed a screen detox. I've been staring at the screen so much recently, especially ever since I started watching Sex and the City. It's really good, but I used to be so addicted to watching Netflix like 2 years ago, and then I kind of stopped altogether when I moved to Australia. And that's when I started doing the things that I actually wanted to do, and I started creating. And I still was in front of the screen, but it was always to do something creative, and I haven't watched a series since then. I mostly, when I actually watch something, which happens rarely normally, I watch movies because they have a beginning and an end, which just makes it so much easier to, you know when you switch off, you know when it's over, and then it doesn't just go on and on and on for hours and hours and hours, and you can always click next episode. Like, I thought I had that under control, but evidently I didn't, because yesterday I watched for like 5 hours. We went on a hike in the morning up Table Mountain, which was so beautiful, It was a really good workout. But then I came back and I was like, oh, I can relax and I can just watch like 1 or 2 episodes. And I ended up doing that the whole day. And it honestly just felt like taking steps back to old habits, which, you know, I don't need and I don't want anymore. So today I kind of wanted to do like a reset day. Haven't opened my laptop once. I went to the market in the morning, then I got home, packed my things, and now I'm at the beach. I painted a bit, I read a bit, and it was honestly just so beautiful. The water is really cold here, maybe like, I don't know, 10 degrees. I'm trying to find the lesson that I can learn from it. And I think, first of all, that is that I just can't, you know, control myself enough yet to watch a series alone. And that's okay, you know, I don't need to watch it, like it's fun, but there's so many other things that I actually really want to do that are gonna bring me so much closer to my goals and my dreams, and I'd rather do those things. So for now, I'm just gonna stick to movies. I had to try and I had to fail to learn that that's where I'm at right now, and yeah, I'm okay with that. I think it's just so easy to have this ideal version of yourself in your mind, and the second you like deviate from it or take a step back and fail in that sense, it's so easy to just throw everything away and be like, oh, I will never be able to be that person, I will never be able to, I don't know, like achieve those things because I can't control myself enough and I can't control these like bad habits, and I always keep on like relapsing, and it's so hard to get out of it. Like if you would throw away everything every time that you can't be that perfect version of yourself, you know, you wouldn't achieve anything, you wouldn't get to anywhere, you would just do nothing. And I think it's just a big reminder that we all fail. You know, the most perfect person out there will still fail and will still have bad days, and that's so okay. It's just about how you handle those days. Like having one bad day doesn't mean everything else is shit. Especially in our society today, there's so many things that are designed to take away our attention from the things that we actually want to do. You know, you have your phone, you have movies, you have series, you have YouTube, social media, whatever. Like everything is designed to, you know, occupy your time, like take your time away from you. Those things can have positive sides, but also negative sides, and it's just about balance. Honestly, in life, it's about balance, and I don't want to be in a mindset of like, oh, I fully avoid those things because they're still fun. You know, it's still like pleasures, and it's okay to allow yourself to enjoy, you know, watching a movie without feeling bad, or watching your favorite YouTube videos, or whatever it is. It's just about balance and about not being too harsh on yourself. And in the end, we're all just trying our best to figure life out. To go to my favorite cafe just to do some work. I shot with Alex yesterday and it was so good. That was the first time that I actually, you know, went out with the purpose of shooting something that I had in mind, like an idea and a vision and a bit more planned, and it was so good. I got back and I was just so excited that I just edited it straight away. I actually just posted it, or I posted it yesterday, but when you're gonna see this video, it's probably already gonna be like a week that I posted it. And I know it's not, you know, like my normal YouTube content, but I want this channel to be a place where I can share everything, like all of my work, especially a bit more of the slower, cinematic, kind of more concept-based things that I do. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm at a point where I'm like changing, because I've changed so much as a person. So now the work that I do and the videos that I make are not really, or like the ones that I used to make are not really reflecting who I am anymore. So I'm currently figuring out, you know, who I want to be and how I want to present myself on social media. And I want to do it a lot more open and authentically and slower and less running after trends or virality and all of that. I want to be able to make art and not just create something for the sake of going viral. So yeah, just something I'm figuring out. Also, oh my god, I want to read you this quote that I found. I just read this before and I really liked it, so I wrote it in my journal. Also, this is such a life hack. I have this, like, it's full of sand right now, but I have this small kind of like A5 journal, and I literally carry it with me everywhere, and I write just like, I journal in it my thoughts, I write ideas down, I write like concepts. This was the video concept that I shot yesterday, and it's so good. I honestly love this journal so much. Like, this is my everything right now. Oh no, it's not A5, that's A6, even smaller. Okay, so I wrote down that putting someone else's needs first will only create a situation you'll have to undo later. And I think that's such an interesting thought to have, because where I read it, it was all about making choices and how, you know, making choices can be something that you do just for yourself. But you can still be considerate of other people and you can still be mindful of other people. But in the end, you know, your choices that you make directly influence the life that you will have. So if you make choices based on what other people want, or what, you know, you're trying to accommodate for other people, you're gonna live a life that is not the life that you want to live, but the life that is connected to those people and the choices that you made based on those connections. So you owe it to yourself to make choices for yourself while still being mindful of other people. But in the end, it's your life. And I think we all know that, but actually doing it is hard. And it's always easier said than done. But take this as a reminder to really, you know, if you have any choices coming up, no matter how big or small they might feel, sit down, take some time and really try to understand, who am I making this choice for? Like, what is influencing me? And how can I make this choice for myself, you know, putting myself first? I was just about to leave, but my Uber is still taking 11 minutes. So I remembered another thing. It was actually in a video on Instagram that I saw yesterday. And it was this girl, she basically talked about how we were not meant to see ourselves and our faces as much as we do. And if I try to explain it a bit more, the main concept basically was about comparison and social anxiety and, you know, having low self-worth and feeling like you are never pretty enough, or you're never thin enough, or you're never fit enough, or, you know, you can never, your skin is not glowy enough, and your hair is not long enough or curly or straight enough. And like all of these things that come from comparing ourselves to everything that we see, especially online and then also in our lives, and seeing our flaws as much as we do. She basically said that, you know, ages ago, let's say in the Roman Empire or in the Greek Empire, I actually used to be so obsessed with like Greek mythology. That is a topic for another time, but back then, the times that you saw your own face or your own body was in a reflection of water, mostly, you know, before mirrors were invented. So you couldn't even see yourself that properly. Like you weren't studying your face every morning in a mirror or multiple times a day or in your phone camera even. You wouldn't see all of these flaws that you had or that you perceived to have, because the flaws that we see in ourselves, we only see because we are literally looking at them so much that they then feel like flaws. And then we always forget that other people, they're not seeing our faces like we do. They don't study everything that's on your skin all the time. They're thinking about themselves, first of all, because they are also just like taking themselves apart, taking their body apart, taking their appearance apart, whatever. We're only comparing ourselves so much because we study ourselves so much, because we see ourselves so much in like literally everything, in mirrors, in our phone cameras, on pictures, whatever it is. And then we also see other people so much. On social media, we always see edited versions of people's faces or bodies or things that aren't even real. Photos are always a distortion of reality. And social media is the biggest distortion of reality ever. Like even me, this is really nice lighting right now. Like this is direct daylight. If I turn around, like things like that make such a difference in social media, and it's not your fault that you compare yourself so much, because that's just the world we live in right now. But I think understanding that and being mindful of that, and just the idea of that we as humans, we're actually not meant to study our faces that much, we're not meant to compare ourselves that much, is just really interesting to me. I don't know, do with that what you will, but I just remembered it, and I'm doing the same. Like I'm taking myself apart in my appearance every day, and sometimes it makes me feel really shit, and sometimes I feel really good about myself. So I actually have to go now, but I wish you all an amazing day, and I will talk to you later. My arm is gonna fall off because my phone is like really heavy.
So I just had a call with this client, and I've been working with them for the last 6 months, but it was always kind of we're trying something, and it was like more of a one-off thing, whereas now they really want to integrate me into the whole process and their whole brand and their whole company, and really want me to be part of everything, especially when it comes to like creative vision. They really, they've given me so much creative freedom with the things that I can create for them, and then also me being able to now post it directly. And it's such a weird feeling, because this part of me still feels like I'm not competent enough, I'm not good enough. I feel like I just want to, run away and don't do it. But at the same time, this is literally what I've been waiting for, because this is, first of all, I can make a living by creating, and I have the purest form of creative freedom with what they're doing, and I love the company, I love what they're doing already, so like everything just feels so aligned, and I love working with them. Like they're the nicest people ever, and it just I can see this whole future working with and for them, and just making this partnership like incredible. But at the same time, I don't feel worthy of it, and I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And it makes me really scared. Like it really makes me feel really uncomfortable. But at the same time, it's like that's literally what I've been like waiting for, because it means that I'm actually gonna be able to have the life that I want to live and create and get paid for it. As soon as I get the contract, that's gonna be the first time that I am actually really fully financially independent in my entire life. And that is like, and it's just something so insane to me and incredible to me. And obviously there's like so much that I still need to figure out, and there's a lot of work that's gonna go into it. It's not just gonna be like this you know, snapping my fingers and everything, but it's a lot of like creative work, and it's everything that I love doing. And I feel like, you know, if I just can't get over this fear of my work not being good enough or it not working, because with social media, you know, I feel very comfortable posting my stuff, because if a video flops or if it doesn't do well, you know, it's my own thing, and I'm only responsible for my stuff. But the second I would post for them, it feels like, oh, obviously I wanted to do well, but then what if it doesn't? And I'm someone who really struggles with like disappointing people and letting people down. So I always feel like frozen with, I need this to work, but then you're not allowing yourself to try anything. And they've told me that they really gave me a lot of reassurance of they want me to try, and if something doesn't work, it doesn't work, and that's okay, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna fully try to lean into being as creative as I can, you know, taking this opportunity and seeing it as what it is, which is just like the most incredible opportunity that I have gotten since I started creating. And it's all because 1.5 years ago I decided to pick up the camera, and like now 1.5 years it took me to get to a point where I'm actually able to like be financially independent. I just can't even tell you how much this means to me, and I'm gonna take you along with just like the whole journey and everything, and what's actually gonna change from now. It definitely takes a lot of pressure off my other things, like my personal brand and YouTube, to have to make money, because now I can just, you know, if I can make money that way, this can just be literally art and my expression, and I can just fully focus on connecting with you guys. And obviously I still want to make this an income source, but there's no like this time sensitive pressure on it, because I can provide for myself. But yeah, I'm gonna post this video once I actually have the contract, because I don't like putting things out there if they're not set. But I still just wanted to record this because I literally just ended the call with them, and I feel really afraid and anxious, but also so grateful and excited for everything that's to come. And it's just, I feel a bit like mind blown that how much your life can change in like 1.5 years. Because 1.5 years ago I was in Vienna studying medicine. I was really sick, like I was so stressed, my body was shutting down, I was so unhappy, I was drinking a lot, I was going out, I was like in a relationship that wasn't healthy for me, I was surrounded by people that weren't healthy for me. And now my life is like so different, completely different. And yeah, I'm gonna make dinner now, but I feel very grateful.
Used to have matcha chais. Matcha plus chai? Matcha plus chai, yeah.